Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. This is going to be an Aquarius astrology / horoscope kind of reading, and I'm doing this reading in like the first week of February, and we're coming off of a couple planets going direct and new moon, which I think was in Aquarius, and we had the lunar new year, and we're now in the year of the water tiger. Every time I hear the year of the water tiger, my brain starts screaming the eye of the tiger at me. I think the band is called Survivor, but yeah, it's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight, and so that's what my brain is doing. We had a really intense full moon in January, and we have a full moon coming up on the 16th, which I think, if everything goes in the order that it's supposed to, it should be in Leo. I haven't been looking up stuff where the planets are in a while. It just didn't need to happen. So I'm going to try to get into this because I already recorded a really long intro, and then I was like, this is stupid, I'm going to delete it. So I have other announcement type things to make, but I do need to put that in a separate video and just put that under information. So I was originally going to do pairs and do a yin-yang relationship check-in, but instead, because of a synchronicity, thanks to one of my lovely viewers, I'm going to do a triangulation reading instead, which I think is good because the timelines are solidifying, and triangulation looks at the past, present, and future, and kind of zones in on what's changing and realigning and all of those aspects. I think that's it. So we're looking at Aquarius. We've got Uranus energy. All of the planets are direct until April, so we don't even really need to look at anything. It's kind of amazeballs. Apparently we're post-shadow Mercury retrograde and pre-shadow Pluto retrograde, but it's not happening till April. And I guess Pluto's probably going to be retrograde for a long-ass time because it's slow-moving, but we'll work on that when we get there. In the meantime, the car is gassed up and it's ready to roll. So I've got my my phrase deck that I made. It's like paraphrased from all kinds of different texts. And for tarot, I'm using this card deck, this playing card deck. It's Kaleidos Club Nebula playing cards, and they go with this makeup kit. It's this like Art Deco, futuristic, like space / 80s situation. And then it's just got, oh, come on. Here. It's got these, like, sparkly colors and shit in here. I like it. So I guess this is, like, really expensive, and this was given to me, so I don't want people thinking I can actually afford stuff, because I can't. But we're going to use these cards. These cards, I think, were, like, $5. The makeup is the stuff that's expensive, but this is what this is related to. And you'll see the drawings in a minute. So I've got those cleared and shuffled already, but I'm going to do them a little bit more. Been thinking about doing weeklies again. But I'm not sure if and when I would be starting that up. All of my timed playlists are sort of whenever I feel like doing them for a while, because I don't always have the time or the energy. You know, like once in a while I'll pick back up on the card of the day, and I'll do it for like a month and a half until I burn out, and I'm like, all right, that's enough of that. So the Ace of Wands. Okay. Okay, I guess that's going to be the future. The past. No, that's way too many. A lot going on in the past, apparently. Alright, I'll take the double, but I'm not going to take like 8 cards. So we have a double in the past. Which makes sense, because the timelines have been really hazy for the last like year and a half, especially since about December of 2019. This is weird because the main cards are a lot smaller than the Oracle with these ones. I got all the pairs set up to go because I do have 24 actual decks now. This one flipped over. So there's something about the present that's still slightly hidden. Which is fair because, I mean, the timeline is still a little foggy. Oh, these don't have a thing. These just go in the box. I like this box, so I don't want to get rid of it, but it's probably going to fall apart soon. Come on. Really awesome. Fucking amazeballs little box. Okay. And I'm going to spread this triangle out a little bit. Okay, I'm just being told that I'm supposed to show that this is in association with the planet Uranus. And right now it's giving me the Fool. Although I keep hearing I do like feel like the Magician is kind of sneaking around in the corner, but that's mercurial energy. And it could have to do with Mercury just having gone direct. The Year of the Water Tiger. Notice that Aquarius, even though it's an air sign, is fluid. It's like electricity. It's the watery air sign, just like which one is the... What's the other fire sign? Well, Scorpio is the fiery water sign, and that's kind of giving me that tiger, water tiger energy, even though for me tiger is more of a fire animal. Why can't I figure out which fire sign is which? Aries, Sagittarius should be air. Oh, I guess Leo would be the watery air sign, even though that seems kind of weird. And lions and tigers are almost identical, like genetically, but not quite. I'm trying to get one of these friggin' cards to come out. It's going to be like 20 minutes before I even get into the reading. These are supposed to be quick. I think I'm rambling because I haven't done this in a while. Come on, cards. I need a card to start the reading and a card to finish the reading. I think these are both going to be starter cards. Okay, and then to finish the reading, I should have done that the other way around. Finish the reading. Okay. So we'll get to that one later. Okay, so for Aquarius, the sort of subject at hand for this triangulation that's coming through, like if these 3 timelines were set up, something that's a donut. I never have what I need. Oh, okay. If these 3 timelines were set up as points along this rubber band, then this card, these cards would be on the other side. And then they would... something small. It was like, if this is these cards and this is the triangle, then this would be coming through, like over here. And we want to pull it through and look at it. And then these ones are going to be like over here to begin with. Like at the end of everything. if that makes sense. Okay, so to start out with, we have a new view of reality, awareness of distortions. Okay. I just heard beer goggles. So enhance calm, they're coming out. The cat emerges from the bag. Okay. So we have something that's obscure, and then we have distortion. And we also have this idea of Schrodinger's cat. I'm also hearing that that riddle. It's like, as I was going to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. Each wife had 7 sacks. Each sack had 7 cats. Each cat had 7 kids. How many were going to St. Ives? They used that in the movie Die Hard 3. But the answer is 1. Otherwise, it's like 2401 or something like that. But it's like fractals, right? The awareness of reality. It's like going down the rabbit hole. You can't look at something the same way again once you've seen all these different permutations of reality. And there's a little bit of impatience. Like, now that I've actually seen the forest for the trees, I'm impatient about like moving my life forward, right? Now that I understand what's going on with my reality, I want to be the different version of me that can exist within that reality. But it's like, I feel like I'm stuck in the sack still. Like, is it time to come out of the cocoon yet? There's a frustration involved. So let's look at the past. Okay, now I did shuffle these. These both, they're both upright. Okay, so I have the 2 and 3 of swords. Again, this is sort of like, it makes me think of somebody walking a tightrope with a knife in their mouth. Not like down their throat, but like in their teeth. This is practicing, and this is sadness. And it's like, I've seen another reality, right? I've changed my perspective, but there's something that's upsetting me, right? This, like, I can't move yet, or it's like I'm lamenting that my reality might have been crap. Like, I'm lamenting that I let all these distortions hurt me in the past. We do have a total here that's 5. 5 swords is this last man standing kind of energy, which does indicate to me a kind of survival. It also can indicate mind games. And what is that? A view of reality is waking up to sort of being played. And here it's sort of by the reality itself. And it does very much feel like changing timelines. We have a shift or a pivot here with this 5, and it's all about mental, right? I'm shifting gears, but it's all happening in a mental space. The way that I think, the way that I perceive, the way that I communicate, the way that the world communicates with me. And this is in the past. But it's like, once something shifts, now I'm in pain. And it does indicate a frustration. 5 of swords is a struggle number. Why are these not... I swear to God, I shuffled the crap out of these. That's so weird. 2 times 3 is 6. This is the present, but it's inverted. 6 of swords inverted tells me scorpionic energy, which is what? The water tiger. It's like new year, new deep dive. Because six of swords is I'm sailing away from the bullshit. But when it's inverted, it tells me I need to go deeper. But where is it? It's like I've shifted, but I'm going, instead of going out into space, I'm going into the inner earth. And I think in that case, there's a sense of grounding. But usually when an air card is inverted, it means grounding anyway. But it's just sort of a different way to get there. Like a space cadet in a diving suit. And it's also sort of this idea of like as above, so below. Like going internally is the same as exploring externally, right? I could astral project into the stars, but I could also astral project into myself. And this idea of they're coming out, it's sort of like, what's the closet? Like if I go into the closet, that's into myself. But it's all, this is all a mental thing, which is very apropos to Aquarius. So let me look at what the future plane is doing, because this is like the past and the present are so intricately tied to each other. It's like, why are we even talking about something else? Okay, so now we have the Nine of Wands in the challenge position. Because the future in this is always in the challenge position. So it doesn't really matter, but it's because we're not there yet in terms of our perception. So just think of it in general. But what is Nine of Wands? It's, should I stay or should I go? It's, you know, I've had enough, I'm ready to move on. And it's almost a completion. Nine of Wands is actually a half dream card, and it tends to be on the nightmare side. It's not quite anxiety like the Nine of Swords, it's boredom. It's not like this is making me sick, it's this tastes like crap. I'm not like, this is bland. It's unsatisfying, it's unfulfilling at this point. Right, it's like apathy, but it's sort of like, it's not like, oh, I just hate everything, everything sucks. It's, I specifically don't like this. And even though there's a 2 here, I do see this 369, this ramp up of cosmic energy. 9 and 6 is 15, and 5 is 20. So there's this idea of closing out a chapter, which is very much like karma closeout, moving into another dimension. 9 is a gut number, and these are all mental. It's like very thoughts and intuition. Like, what is my gut telling me that there's something not stirring the Kool-Aid here? Let's see if I can. I'm probably not going to finish this. I'm going to start another segment. Okay. So this wrap-up card that we have here, that's sort of on the other side of this, like this kind of, this is how this is supposed to be read. Like this is in this dimensional space behind the past and the present and the future, and this is what's coming out of this hole, like through the eye of the needle. So whether you know it or not, you need their guidance. 63. So if 6 and 3 adding up to 9 again. This is usually about listening to your guides. But it could also deal with synchronicities, like there's numbers, there's fractals, there's repetition here. This card over here is 78, which is 15, and there was 15 here. This one says 271. That adds up to 10. But it's like we want a number 1 to get to a 10, and there's something missing. And notice how I said I saw the Ace of Wands. It's like the what's missing is that, like, I know what my purpose is. I know where I'm going. Like, I've caught the passion. This is a moment in time between I almost know what I want, but I can't quite figure it out. It's like it's right on the tip of my tongue. And this is indicating that there's a need to sort of pay attention to your dream state. Because if you cross the mental with the gut, you're sort of the space that's missing is the heart center. And there's a little bit of... The way that I'm reading it is actually the subconscious. It's like deeper parts of yourself. But if you're Six of Swords in reverse, you're going deeper. What you're doing is you're diving into the water, which would be the heart chakra. This is kind of opening up to a distorted world and saying, well, this, like, I didn't realize I was being swayed so hard by these distortions. Maybe I need to take a look at what I really want. Like, what is the true heart of myself? And you need to follow your own inner guidance and perhaps connect through the crown, through the third eye, and try to establish a stronger connection to your guides. Now, you need their guidance. That could just mean your higher self, your inner child, your inner self. It doesn't have to be spirits or angels or God if you believe in God. It's just establishing connection with the flow of patterns in the universe. So you can get to a point where you can say, I know that I need to move on, but I don't know where to move to. And this is this pinpoint in time where the past and the present and the future are all about to shift. It's like waiting for the engine to rev up to a certain amount before you can change gears without the transmission getting blown. It's like listening to that and knowing when it's time to shift. And it's going to be a big one. So that's what's coming in for Aquarius with this like stack of dominoes astrologically. All right, so if you want to get a personal reading, the list is going to be in the description box down below, but you can also find a free PDF on my WordPress. Or you can email me and I'll just send it to you. I think it's like 10 megabytes. All right, so the list of readings and how much they cost is again down below or here, or email me. If you want to donate, energy exchange, hit that tip jars, PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. I've got coloring books, dark poetry, merch, prints, and actual art items. Coupon code for Etsy 3star17. You'll get 17% off your purchase of 3 or more items. I got all kinds of stuff on there right now, and when I have time, I'm going to be adding some more stuff. I've got a tiger portrait that I need to add. It's really important for the year of the tiger, and I thought of it a couple weeks before the new lunar year, but I still need to do that. So look for that soon. I think that's it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, check out my playlists tab, and stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye.